there was 20 odd boats here at one time, 25 boats probably, a lot bigger boats than we've got now. It's through quota restrictions and pressure being put on from above. We're down to about 6 or 7 boats now, fishing commercially. We'll take a chance to go and see if we can find some skate today, be good. We'll go off the shore about 7 or 8 miles, Black Deep, somewhere like that. Well, I haven't been out there this year yet, but due to the price basically, mostly.
So you must know every inch of these waters out here?
I know a little bit of them, yeah. Some better than others. Having said that, that does change every year. There's a big shift in the sand, and every year is totally different. You can never say, well, fish are going to be here one year and not another. Been a great deal of change in the estuary in the last 10 years with the windmills and dredging, and now they want to build a new power station at Bradwell. Yeah, talk about the water temperature going up by 2 degrees, I believe, for the cooling of it. On top of global warming, that could be quite interesting. Might have some swordfish to catch or something. We go whenever the weather lets us, really, 7 days a week, if the weather lets you, but it doesn't very often. I started when I was 15, I'm now 63, so that's 48 years I believe. I come there now, David. 48 years, long time. My family were butchers at one time. My dad used to have a little boat and do a little bit of fishing, and then my brother built a boat. And he was too ill to use it. He's only 21, he had thrombosis and all sorts of things. So I sort of took that on and been doing it ever since. I should have 1 or 2 short hauls for a minute, probably about 40 minutes. Till we find some fish to catch. Well, I should catch finfish, soles, plaice, traps. Best catches though were soles. Skate's good, but the price is very up and down. So it'll be 25 pence a kilo one day and £2.50 another. Just have a little go and cross your fingers. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. That's just gently rolling over the bottom on rubber discs. Just scrape the bottom just a little bit so you get perhaps a little bit of green rubbish. Our idea is to catch fish and nothing else really. It doesn't always work out. One of them.
What, Nova Soul?
Yeah. Raise the clams, they are.
Oh yeah.
That's the ones when they get bigger they eat. Move out. I always fish on my own now, because you have to, because the quotas are so tight you can't afford to employ anybody. Fishing on your own is okay as long as you take your time, think about what you're doing, don't push it up too much. Yeah, I've had a lot of mates who are not here anymore through unfortunate circumstances, and some is perhaps their own fault. But when you're young you think you're indestructible. Yeah, a lot of it is from people going from the shore to the boat, or coming from the pub to the boat, which isn't a good idea, never is. Grab a sandwich and a cup of tea when you can. But if you're by yourself you can't turn in and go to bed. But you've got to keep a look out at all times.
Got one or two in there?
No, there's not really there.
Nothing.
I don't believe that. There is a state there. Wow. Unbelievable.
So it's like a million starfish.
Yeah. Loads of starfish. It won't.
Yeah, that was good.
I might try another half hour over there. Quite a small boat, it's under 10 metre boat, built in Faversham in 1987, and that was working out as Felix Doe, Lowestoft, and a chap from Fleetwood bought it recently and he took it back to Fleetwood, come back to Plymouth, Brixham, now it's back here again. That's getting around the country alright.
You happy with that?
I do, yeah. I feel a bit better. Oh, Dover sold. Most of the catch goes to Zeebrugge, the majority of it. We sell a little bit locally, as much as we can. Don't like to put too many food miles on it, or keep our carbon footprint down. There doesn't seem much demand in England for soles. Sort of 90% of that's exported probably. Soles, bass, skate, probably 50-50. In England people don't seem to appreciate seafood like they do abroad. They put more value on it abroad. So a lot of the stuff from England is exported. load of nothing. Oh.
So what you've got is some more dogfish.
Yeah, that old dogfish. Rubbish. Rubbish. Constant rubbish.
So after your experimental day, how did it work out?
Not too bad. We've got a bit of a day's work. All depending on the price when we get home. Big variation in price, yeah. All depends on the day. Very much so.
And some of the hauls were good, some of them were like half a ton of starfish.
Yeah, we have plenty of that, ups and downs it's called. Well, you never really know what's in it until it comes aboard the boat. It might be full of rubbish or it might be full of fish. Part of the fun of the game. Well, they've many years to practice. It's no good getting upset. You don't catch anything.
You say you're more or less doing it for fun these days?
Well, being out here, quite nice, isn't it, out the way? Nobody can disturb you. Especially if the phone is out of range. Nobody to argue with.
What about weather and conditions and things like that?
Well, we get round most things, so go home if it gets too rough and you don't like it.
Or something that will only take you an hour or so, is that
A
right?
couple of hours sometimes. But not much longer than that, hopefully. Well, sometimes it does. But don't go so far now. Keep a bit closer at home.
So you say there aren't so many people from Mersea?
Not as many fishermen at all. Probably a third what there was 10 years ago. Not many youngsters, unfortunately.
They're not coming into it?
No. What will happen when the old generation die out, I'm not really sure. Not many of them seem very inclined to do it nowadays. For what reason, I don't know. I quite like it. Better with fishy fingers, really. Absolutely perfect. My wife will go potty if she sees this film. You won't be able to haircut and every teeth done. I must enjoy it to a certain extent. I get up in the morning at any time and come and do it, so. We got something anyway. Every little day adds up. But we shan't make a fortune. We should never be rich, ever. Dinner.
So Tim, tell me a little bit about this, the way you sell fish on the shore here.
Well, we set it up really, we were very short of quota a few years ago and sell about a third of our fish here, I suppose. A lot of the bits and pieces. Keep the locals happy.
Right. Is that like a little cooperative?
Yeah, there's a few of us do it.
Are you selling enough fish here to make it worthwhile?
Yeah. It's been very, very busy during the summer months. Right. We've got the winter months to come, but we still keep fairly busy normally.
You sell the rest of your fish at the moment to Zeebrugge market, is that right?
Yep, most of it goes abroad, probably 2/3 of it goes abroad to Zeebrugge at the moment. Depending on Brexit, we'll see what happens.